Hello, and welcome to the special exhibition in the hands of African American collectors, The Personal Treasures of Bernard and Shirley Kinsey. My name is Khalil Kinsey. While Artist Lane's portraits represent us very directly, Samuel Dunson's painting represents us in a symbolic way, as my parents harvest the knowledge sown by earlier generations. In fact, the collection you are about to see tells stories not only about the remarkable people who created, used, wrote, or owned these objects, but also about the journey of discovery that my family has taken to understand ourselves and our community more deeply by understanding our past. We are proud to share this story with you at the Norton Museum of Art in my father's hometown of West Palm Beach, Florida. My grandfather, Ulysses B. Kinsey, would indeed be proud. My parents lived their lives by two simple principles: to whom much is given, much is required, and to live a life of no regrets. We all want to know where we came from. One thing that my parents have realized during their many years of travel, study, and collecting African American history, is how we connect to our past. They realized that our history did not begin in slavery, but in freedom. My pops focuses on collecting historical artifacts and works by artists of the past. My mother collects works by living artists, many of whom are close friends. This cell phone tour includes 21 stops that address artworks and historical artifacts you will see. It is narrated by some of today's leading actors.
Hello, this is Dennis Haysbert. On May 17, 1954, the Supreme Court handed down a unanimous decision in the Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka that overturned earlier rulings and stated that, "We conclude that in the field of public education, the doctrine of separate but equal has no place." After the Montgomery bus boycott, several publishers approached Martin Luther King Jr. to write his account of this historic event. This letter, dated November 13, 1957, relates to King's review and qualified acceptance of a contract with Harper & Brothers Publishers. One of the most important documents in the history of the United States is the Emancipation Proclamation. Although it was issued by Abraham Lincoln to the public on January 1, 1863, the date on this document indicates that the proclamation had been issued to the Union's military during the previous September.
Hello, this is Angela Bassett. The 5 letters you see were written by Zora Neale Hurston. This author became famous for books such as Their Eyes Were Watching God and for her groundbreaking documentation of the folklore of African American communities that she visited across the rural South. This poster promotes Song of Freedom, a 1936 film featuring the great actor and singer Paul Robeson. For an exhibition in 1947, artist Elizabeth Catlett wrote about an important subject of her art, African American women.
Hello, this is Courtney B. Vance. Several documents in this case represent the expansion of the international slave trade. Among them, however, are 2 books that address the lives of remarkable men who beat the devastating odds of slavery. Ignatius Sancho was famous in England during the late 1700s for his poetry, plays, and music. 250 years earlier, Leo Africanus had written The Description of Africa, the first book written by an African author for a European audience that described the continent, its diverse geography, peoples, powerful nations, and advanced societies. This portrait photograph depicts Hiram Rhodes' revels around the time he became the first African-American member of Congress.
This is Louis Gossett Jr. Between 1792 and 1797, Benjamin Banneker published 6 almanacs. These were the first scientific books published by an African-American. 3 works in this gallery relate to Frederick Douglass, while Tina Allen's bronze bust captures the strong, intelligent features of the man. 2 documents in this case, one of Douglass's autobiographies and a pamphlet of one of his speeches, capture the great orator's words. This notice from the state of North Carolina represents the repression of the Jim Crow laws that were in effect in many parts of the United States for almost 100 years.